Welcome to another What's in the Box. My name is Jesse, and today we're looking at Tapestry, a civilization game from Stonemaier Games. Just came in. Now, there are a lot of unboxings on the internet of Tapestry, but none of them are box number 2604. So this is a very unique unboxing. Let's take it to the table. And as I'm peeling off this plastic, I will remind you that all of this is live, like uncut. That's how we do it here at Heartboard Games, twitch.tv/heartboardgames. You can watch us live or on YouTube, such as this. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. And we'll bring you more unboxings, more live plays, and everything like that. So this is a game that was out on pre-order. It's very, very popular. It just came in the mail for me. I will go ahead and show you my little corners bumped up. You know, it's no big deal. It's just a box, folks. I know the collector and you're like, oh, that hurts. But you know what? If shipping didn't do it, you know, maybe someday I would have done it. But I keep pretty good care of the games I have. So this is a game for 1 to 5 players, 90 to 120 minutes, designed by Jamie Stegmaier, art by Andrew Bosley, sculpts by Rom Brown. So, ooh, that's an interesting set. I don't know if anyone's ever played HeroClix, but it kind of smells like a HeroClix box. But yeah, you can see the little damaged corner in there. That's a shame. Oh well. In fact, you can get a better shot of it on the close-up. But let me know if you got any damage on your boxes. You know, it's unfortunate, but what can I do about that? I'm not going to complain about that. It also happened onto the paper as well. So, took a bump before I even got it. So, Tapestry. Let's take a look at this shot. Let's go full shot. No, we'll keep it here. So this is surprising that the rule book is this. That's the rule book. They fit this on one sheet. How? I don't know. I've heard early reports that it's not enough. But I don't know. I haven't done my own research, so we'll find out later. Here's a reference guide. Looks like there's two included here. They do appear to be the same thing. Solo rules. Also one. By the way, this paper, I don't know if anyone's ever played Wingspan. Really nice tactile paper there. Shadow Empire variant. Cool. Sounds scary. Since we're in Halloween time, right? Academia and cards. Cards we're going to save till the end and open them for the close-up camera. We got dice are also for the close-up camera. We'll probably go through... you know what? We'll save this for the close-up camera too. But let's go ahead and get them out of the plastic. I don't know why these are in plastic. Instead of having a place for them. We'll go through that in a second. Extra plastic bags, always a good thing. So, because we're live, I notice things, right? I notice this looks too blue, so let's fix that. Ah, much better. Sometimes little things happen like that, and I want to be here to fix it, so you can see it in true color. So, next up we have a lot of plastic that's all together here. And then we have all of these things. Now we look under the box, nothing in there. Yeah, got a couple scuffs in there, but yeah. Oh, look at this. Let's look at the sides of the box. So that shows how everything's packed in. That's good. Some mountains. Ah, that's a good place for your credits. So it doesn't take up box space, right? Or not box space, cover space. Not cover, what am I trying to say? Rulebook space. So that's everything here. Cool. Let's look at all these little components here. Let's undo this plastic one first. So, Tapestry is certainly a game we're going to be playing online. I have no doubt about that. We were thinking about playing it a couple times, maybe at different player counts. See which one that we prefer. At one of our game nights, we had a max player count going on at 5, and I want to say it took 6 hours. It was a bit long, so I worry about playing at max player count. Now this is a bunch of people who didn't know how to play, but okay. Instantly, something that you can't see, but I can feel. The texture on this is really cool. Alien Artifacts had this same thing where if you put something on here, it's not going to move as much. It's almost like very light sandpaper. It doesn't hurt you. We have mountains. We have wetlands, we have tropical, desert, grasslands, and forest on the back. Seems like they're all just those. Let's put those aside. Check out what else is in here. All right, military technology. All right. These are the player boards. You can hear it. That sandpaper feel to it. Are these the same? They look the same. But I know, if size is any indicator, those are usually different. But honestly, I don't see the difference immediately. Let's go to this. Hard and normal. Hard and normal. All right. These come out very easy. I'm just barely touching it. It's coming out. It's good. We'll pop all those out in a second. Not live, but I will after this. Now let's take a look at the board. Let's jump to the full table shot, because this is going to be big. All right. So at the bottom there in the yellow, we have the technology. On the left, we have our military. We have science up top in green, exploration over here. But up close, it looks pretty decent. The clouds are well painted and everything, but from far away, that blue makes it look so basic because the details don't really come out. And honestly, there aren't much details to be said about it. Like this water is pretty plain. But what that does is if you line up a tile that also has water on it, it hides the details better. Because if everything's just the plain blue, then you won't look for the imperfections between textures. Tell me if that makes sense to you. So maybe that was a wise decision to do that. Because yeah, if you go back and look at these, like this blue against here, you're not going to be able to see the differences as much as you would if the blue had a bunch of lines in it to represent waves and stuff like that. Let's push that aside. Let's take a peek at the cards, the minis, and the alchemist. So let's take a look at the cards, or let's take a look at these big cards first. So all of these are that texture once again. So alchemists. You can feel free to pause any of this if you want real details here. Futurists. Just going to hold it still for just a second just so you can pause it. Isolationist. Mystics. Architects. Yeah. There's a lot to go through, so I'm not going to read it, but feel free to read it yourself. The heralds, the leaders. Leaders seems pretty straightforward. You need a leader. Nomads. Uh-huh. Big paragraphs here. Craftsmen. Historians. Yeah. The merrymakers. But even merrymakers need leaders. I don't know how this works yet, so. The chosen. I imagine everybody's going to get one, but I'll find that out very soon. Entertainers. Inventors. Militants. Traders. Very cool. All right, let's set that aside. We looked at this board already. So now we got the cards left, the dice. Let's take a peek at the dice really quick. You know what? These are very loud, sorry. So I'm going to put them over here under the table. Probably doesn't save much sound, but God, that's loud plastic. Sorry about that. So we have a die here that has who knows what. I mean, that's usually the solo symbol, but this might be in the game. I don't know. We have looks like a plug or a person, I guess. Kind of like a Big Hero 6 type. Mushroom. Bag of money. Bunch of other stuff. Like this, and then a bunch of points. Cool. All right, now we have more plastic. Here we go. Okay, so this looks like it's going to take a little while. So let me tell you, I don't know, what am I going to tell you about? Well, I know we have on October 18th, we got the Betrayal Legacy campaign coming out here on YouTube. Really cool little game there if you haven't played it, or if you have played it, even better, because you're already familiar with what goes on in that story, and you can see how differently it played out for us. Because that's what we were told on the, while we streamed it on Twitch, is that some people had a lot of different outcomes than we had. So go over there and check that out. All right, here we go. We got one card. 1 second. You know what? Let's go ahead and work on it while I'm talking. And so the reason it comes out on that day is because it wraps up on Halloween. Good little timing of that. We made our own little intro for it. Fancy Halloween themed intro. All right, so the cards are now open. Let's take a peek at these cards. Academia. Age of Discovery, Age of Sail, Age of Wonders, Alliance. Okay, so it's in alphabetical order to start. Broker of Peace. It's interesting that all the backgrounds were very similar. Cool. I do like how all the cards are different. Dystopia. What does that remind you of? Espionage, exploitation, feudalism, Golden Age, guilds, marriage of state. Uh-huh. Plead for aid, Renaissance. I mean, I could just sit here and read all the cards off, but you don't want to hear that. You're just reading this. Terraforming. Tyranny. It's a trap. Oh, finally we have some duplicates. Oh, we have lots of duplicates. And then we have this little card. Player aid, I imagine. Which you have 5. Conquerors. That's for solo play, probably. Yeah. It's like different solo play things. All right, let's set that aside. Now we have some inventions, it looks like. And then it changes to something else right here, so I'll put that down. We have air conditioning, ammonia, anesthesia. I'm just really looking at the art. I like the art. Credit all goes to Andrew Bosley. Very cool. I like the art. Printing press, radio, sewage, stock market. Interesting choice. Yeah. Warships, Zeppelins. Zeppelins! Put that aside and finally look at the last few cards here. We have Advance Attract, Income Turn, Benefits, Conquer Neutral. Not sure what any of that is. Well, these have the same back there. And then these cards are a little more complicated as I mean, it's mostly icons, probably very functional cards. So I'm not sure what they do. All right, finally we're gonna look at what's in this thing here. Now this is taped. Doesn't need to be, does it? I mean, I guess for packing purposes, makes sense. Yeah, tightly packed box. Shame it got bumped. And that's good enough. There we go. Let's take a look at what's in this part of the box. And we're at what? How long are we going? I don't even know. Cool. There we go, 17 minutes. All right. So we can just quickly peek at this stuff, because I know these are player specific, these color things. So really you're just getting a look at the colors, see how vibrant things are. That's a nice looking one, because it almost looks like the shading's already done. It's dark. And then these go on each player's board as well, if I recall correctly. And there's a bunch of bags in here too, of more buildings that show up on player's board. Oh, houses. Cool. And more little houses. All some form of little houses. And then we have what they said, 18 painted sculpts. So here we have some sort of building. I want you to be very, let's make this really nice. Let's make this as in focus as we can get it on a super up close shot. So I want it to be right about here, right? So looks like that's our, there we go. We want quality here on iHeart Board Games, so let's do quality. So yeah. Pretty good. I'd say no complaints. I mean, pretty fine paint. I mean, could always be improved for sure, because these are basic as far as texturing goes or anything like that. You could always, like, this stuff go a little different on the little leaves there. You know, could get up a notch. But you're getting painted minis, so that's cool. Right out of the box. It's cool. So a lot of these are similar. Not the same though, because the other one had the little yellow thing in front of it. A chimney. Nice. Cool. I don't have much to say here. It's all pretty neat. I'm just making sure everything gets shown. steps and everything like that. I mean, overall it's pretty good. Now, the sculpts by Ron Brown, some of them are okay. This one, I don't know. Not as great as the other ones I saw. But I mean, you know, he was making buildings. This is a good looking barn. Got some wood on the side of it and stuff like that. Good stuff. That is kind of weird. If you see it, there's a, like, well, you could see it. There's a bend. Will not affect gameplay. Or that same grass, which is kind of neat. You know, keep the theme up. This can use a lot of improvement from painting. The windows aren't a different color. All of them. So yeah, I mean, you got some shutters up there that should be brown. Yeah, some improvement could be made there. Pretty straightforward. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but there it is. Cool. Clock. It's funny, this looks like a one-story building. I mean, you could look at the door and see that it's not a large building, so why would a building like this have a clock on the outside of it? Let's work back the other way. This is the stock market we saw earlier. So I was like, that's an interesting building. And it is. Cool. Now we have some more of this white color. Or we finally have some of this white color. It's almost like the futuristic buildings. All that bone white. Here's the one that really stands out on the board. Because it's a freaking jet, man. Some lights. String some LEDs in there. I'm kidding. Little tower here. Yeah. And finally, the big one. This thing. Even though it's the biggest, it's not the most impressive. Like this ship stands out the most. But this is something. It's certainly something. Can't wait to play this game. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And make sure you subscribe here to at least see it replayed. But if you go over to twitch.tv/heartboardgames, you can catch us live and give us some tips. Tell us about anything about this game. If you've painted it, if you've done anything to it, I'd love to hear it. Come over there, say hi, and until next time, the box is closed.